Good morning, everyone. So today I decided to do a clean with me throughout my house. So in the previous clips, you've seen the absolute wreck that my house has been for the past few days. I've been really busy out doing errands every day, and this morning I actually had to go to the grocery store, and then when I got back I just couldn't take the house looking like that anymore. So we're starting off in the bedroom area, and I'm just folding clothes. This is my least favorite chore to do, if I'm being honest. I can wash laundry all day, I can clean house all day, I could do dishes all day, but I hate folding laundry. I don't know what it is, but after it's washed, I'll carry it up in a basket and it sits there until it bugs me enough to where I finally do it. So yeah, I'm just folding this laundry and then we'll move on to the next thing. Next, we're moving on to making the bed. I don't know why, but I am horrible at making the bed every day. And I don't know why that is, because when I do make the bed, it makes me feel so much better. When I was younger, I was very particular and had to make sure that I made my bed every morning. I even would sleep with like a little throw blanket because I didn't want to mess up my comforter and have to make the bed in the morning. So I would just sleep with a throw blanket that I would fold every morning. That's crazy to me that when I think about it now. But now that I'm older and have my own house, I don't know why, but the bed hardly ever gets made. But it makes me feel so much better when it is. You will see Delilah Lupke playing in the background. She's my favorite YouTuber, and I am actually rewatching all of her videos. I went back to when Eloise was first born, and now this is right about, I think, after Theo's first birthday. I just love watching her and her family grow, and she's just definitely an inspiration to me, so I always have her on in the background. Now I'm just picking up and putting stuff where they should go, and then also sweeping this room. I feel like all I ever get done is running the sweeper. I have 2 dogs. I have an Australian Shepherd, and she sheds like crazy, and then I also have a red bone. His hair is a lot shorter, so it's not as visible, but it does add up. This sweeper I've had for, I think, 3 years since we moved in, and we got it secondhand at a pawn shop. So it has done us really good for what we paid for it, but it is on its last leg. So if you guys have any recommendations for a sweeper either like this does plug into the wall, or for a cordless vacuum, I would appreciate it. I unfortunately cannot afford to get a Dyson. Those things are just way too pricey for us right now. So any other recommendations other than a Dyson, I would be glad to look into them. I know I'm doing this backwards where I'm dusting after having run the sweeper. I don't know why, but I always forget to dust before running the sweeper. Does anybody else do that? I don't know. I've always done that. I know it's backwards. I know you should do it the other way, but somehow it always ends up that I am doing it this way. But we're just dusting the nightstands, the little lights that go over our bed, the bedposts, and the other furniture in the room. My husband's nightstand that you see in this clip here is a wreck. He always just empties his pockets, and I actually keep a mason jar on his nightstand for like all the tools and weird bolts that he pulls out of his pocket. He's always working on either cars or machinery, so it's just a given that his pockets are going to be full of those things, and they always end up on his nightstand. So that's why I gave him a place to put that stuff. But yeah, so we're just finishing up in this room by dusting everything off, and then we should be good to go. Next, we're moving into the kitchen. The kitchen wasn't that bad. There was just some dishes that needed to be put in the dishwasher. The countertops needed to be wiped off like they always seem to be needing. But you'll see later in the video that our countertops are like a little weird. There's a seam that runs down between actually two pieces of countertop. When we moved into the house, it did not have a dishwasher, and we lived like that for, I think, 2 years, and that was as long as I could take it. So my parents were actually renovating their kitchen and gave us their old dishwasher, so thank you, Mom and Dad. But in order to add that into the kitchen, we had to move a cabinet down further, and so therefore our countertops were short. So what we did, we went to Habitat for Humanity and got a small piece of countertop that somebody had donated and used that for now. We are planning to replace these countertops with beautiful butcher block, which is coming hopefully soon. We're just trying to save up for that. But yeah, I over the summer, I painted the kitchen cabinets. I installed those shelves back there on the wall that you're seeing behind me. Installed new hardware. So the countertops are like the last piece to make this kitchen my dream kitchen until we can install all new cabinets and stuff, because these are unfortunately a little bit wore out, has some water damage, and just the bottom cabinets aren't that sturdy anymore. But we're making it work for as long as we can. So yeah, now I'm just wiping off the counters like I said I was, and just trying to finish cleaning the kitchen, and then eventually I will sweep, and that should be all for the kitchen. You can see here my beautiful puppies. They follow me around everywhere and have to know what I'm doing, when I'm doing it. The one closest to you guys, that's Duke. That's the red bone. And then the one that's closer to me is Riley. She's my little Australian Shepherd. She's my soul dog. Duke is for sure his daddy's dog. He's always with him, always wants to be with him, whatever room he's in. And then the same thing with me and Riley. But we're just finishing up with the kitchen sweeping. And then the next room that we'll be moving on is the dining room. Now, this room is definitely the worst, where it's right by our front entry. It's a catch-all, and then when I need to take stuff out and put in my car, it's also a catch-all for that. That's why that straw is down there, and then you'll see me carrying out a ton of bags. I'm taking them to my car. I don't know why, but it always ends up here. So our dining table has definitely looked better. It's looking pretty rough here, but we're going to get that cleaned up and wiped down really good, and then I'll sweep underneath the table, and that'll be about it for this room. The last room that we have to tackle in today's video is the living room. It wasn't that bad, just stuff that needed to be put in the correct place. It's also kind of a catch-all room, but to be honest, as I was filming this video, if things were either in the bedroom or the dining room that needed to go elsewhere, I kind of just set them in the living room, knowing that I would get that space eventually, and then I would actually put them in the correct place. So we're just straightening up the couch. We are going to wipe off the side table and the coffee table, do some sweeping, and that'll be about it for this room. Who else has floors that look like this 99% of the time? There's always dog toys and dog treats everywhere on the floor, everywhere throughout the house. But, you know, for the most part, I can just look by it, walk by them. They don't bother me. But when I'm cleaning, I love to pick them all up and put them in their little place that they're supposed to be, but it's not but like maybe 2-3 seconds later, they're back out everywhere. So is it really worth it? I don't know, but I like to do that when I'm cleaning. I just wanted to take this last little bit of the video to thank you guys for spending about 20 minutes with me through your day, and I hope this gave you guys inspiration to get up and clean your house, or if you just wanted to sit and relax and watch me clean mine, that's totally fine. I do that all the time. But this is my first video here on YouTube, so I'm excited to get it out to you guys and hopefully do some more. I'd love to get into more daily vlogging. I go thrifting all the time, so I could do thrift hauls, but I really enjoyed doing this, and I'll see you guys next time.